All right, Ryan, here we are. Look at your swings from today. Um, got a little bloop popper up on that one. Foul pop on that one. I'll let you know why I got that one in there. And grounder back to the pitcher. Another grounder. Okay. What we're going to look at here as first thing we're going to do is look at your stance. I like your stance here. You got a good base. It's just maybe a tad wide, but if you look at it, you don't really take a step. Okay, so that's fine. You're out about where most people step to, and that's fine. Everything prior to the heel plant doesn't really matter anyway. It's all your style. Now, one thing I am going to tell you is on this Hancock right here, not quite 90. What we want is that barrel kind of pointed a little bit more back toward the catcher. That's going to let you load up a little bit better. If you get to that point in the load, then that's fine, and a lot of guys will do that. But it's just easier just to go ahead and start right there. And you don't have to worry about it. If you get that cocked back a little bit, you get a little bit more on it, but not quite. Okay, by the time you get there. And one of the things that we're looking at is we're looking at getting to that position. This is this guy's touch. Okay, when we get to touch, he's here at load, and see here's hit stance. He's already got that barrel of the bat pointed back at that catcher. I think I've shown you that before. All right, so now we've got you at touch in a different swing. I've got these. I got this synced up to your last swing. Okay, that's you at touch as well. Okay, and look at the difference between his front elbow and shoulder. Okay, it's kind of what we've been talking about, what you hear Coach Dave and I talking about, keeping that front shoulder down and in, and keeping that elbow in. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, when you do that and you have this nice box right here, okay, you're going to be a whole lot more compact on your swing. It's going to allow you to do a faster swing, and it's also going to allow you to stay inside the ball and hit with more power on that swing as well. All right, so that's one thing I would like to see you work on. Let's go back to this first one. Okay, as you go to swing, okay, notice how that back arm gets elongated right there, and there's no box. You're actually got a little bit of bat lag here with that elbow just slightly leading those hands. I don't think I'm quite right at 90 degrees to your opposite, so you might be right even with it. You do catch up a little bit there, but just slight bat lag, and that also happens when you get this arm here straight. Instead of keeping it down and in with your shoulder and keeping your shoulder down, see how your shoulder's up? Keeping that shoulder down and in, that's going to let you get through with that swing faster. Notice also that you started that swing and the hips kind of coming through about the same time. Not so bad on this one. But you can see there, when you get to the ball, the other thing that we got here is that you want to be somewhere on this line with your head and your torso. If you're not, you've got all that out in front of that line, and you know that's what they call staying behind the ball. You got all that out in front, so you got nothing left. You got nothing left to put on it. If you look at some of the other guys, let's bring in this guy. I mean, we can bring in Ben or some of the other guys on the team that stay behind the ball and hit with more power. Point of contact. I'm going to bring you back to, again, I got these all set on your last swing here. But that's your point of contact, that's his point of contact. And you can see on your point of contact, again, same thing I was talking about on that other swing. Torso and head in front of that line, not behind the ball. I mean, when they say behind the ball, they really mean behind this line, to allow you to have something to extend on through Here you're overextended. Here he's behind the line, so he's got plenty to put into that. Okay. So that's one of the things I would look at doing here. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about here is a couple of these. I'm going to bring in this other one here where you just erase. There we go. Let's see if it's this one. No. Now this one, notice you're swinging down on the ball. Down on the ball. That's a. I know the ball was low. Okay, but if it's that low, then it wasn't going to be a strike. Okay, and if it's low enough to be at your knees like this, then somehow you've got to get that bat path so that you can get that bat down on that line early, right in here, so that you can keep it on path right here before you start swinging up and around. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Before you start swinging up and around again. Okay, you got to get low and get on that plane of that pitch. If it's that low, you got to be on that plane to give yourself a good chance to hit it. If you're not, you got one chance, and your timing better be perfect, and you better hit it perfectly in the center, because otherwise you're going to end up hitting a grounder like that, or back on your other one where you hit the pop-up right here. Okay, again, swinging down on the ball, ahead of the line, got nothing. Now this one was a little higher. This was a strike right in here. Let's see if I can. Right here, that line is right here to that catcher. Okay, and we came down and went through that line. Okay, and swinging down, and then we're swinging up around, and we're not on the path. Okay. Last thing I'm going to show you before I run out of time here is that on this pitch there was no load. Okay. This pitch, when we're talking, you've got to load when that guy's getting ready to pitch the ball. You've got to have some kind of load here to be ready to hit. Even though it's not a strike, you still got to be ready to hit and load. You're just frozen. Okay? Load up on every pitch.